Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my first ever vlog. I wanted to go over this Outback I bought. So I bought this 2001 Subaru Outback with a blown head gasket. Had about 120,000 I think on it. Bought it for $150 cash. So what I did was I took the engine out. See, there's no engine in it now. Took the engine out and I put it in a 2003 Impreza after I did the head gaskets on it, and flipped the Impreza. I think I bought the Impreza for $675. Same thing, blown head gasket. Put the motor in it, turned around and sold it for, I think, $4 grand is what I got for it. So I made quite a bit of profit on that car. Reason why I'm not going to flip this Outback, it's got some rust issues. So I got some rust there. You can see pretty bad there on the quarter panel. You can see it's yeah, pretty bad there. And then it's got some really bad rust down here in the rocker panel area. So that's completely rusted through. Got these snow tires and wheels for free, and sold the other stock tires and wheels off of it. I sold those for $200, so I'm already in profit on this car. So my plan is, with this Outback, I'm going to part it out and sell as much parts off of it as I can. I already got the headlights sold. These headlight assemblies are sold, and the bumper. So I got both headlight assemblies sold and the bumper. Sold those for $150. It's got a little scrapes here and there, but it's better than what the other guy needs. So then I'll probably clean up, take these fog lights off. They're in really great shape. Take these fog lights off and put those on eBay. Not exactly sure how much I'm going to ask for those, but as you can see, everything else is in pretty decent shape on this car. The tranny alone is probably worth $500. Try to sell that for $500. Everything else is in pretty decent shape. So that's my plan so far. What I might do afterwards is I'll probably maybe cut the Outback in half and try to build a camper trailer out of it. Maybe put a rooftop tent on it and make like an overlanding rig trailer out of it. So that's my plan for now, and I'll get into pulling the bumper and the headlights off. So it's just three 10mm bolts, and then there should be a couple wire connectors on the headlight assembly itself. So it should just slide out like so, and then we have a couple wire connectors back here. Alright guys, so I got the first one disconnected. There was a couple wire connectors here, and then you take off this cap. There's took the bulb out here, and then there's a couple wire connectors here as well that came out, and then the wire harness itself is attached right in here. So it didn't take me very long to take it out. It's not in bad shape, it's not cracked or anything, a little bit foggy, but it's still worth some money, so I should be able to make some good money off of it. And I'll move the camera around and we'll show you how to take the other one out. So just FYI, it makes it a lot easier to remove these headlight assemblies if you actually remove the engine, because then you have a place to put your camera and your tripod right in the engine bay. So I'll go ahead and move the camera down and we'll take a look at that headlight assembly. So this is the view of the back of the headlight assembly. As you can tell, this is it right here. Let me grab a couple tools and I'll get it removed. So like I said, there are just a couple three 10mm bolts. One right here. And then the other one's right up in here. I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. Get those three bolts removed out of the way. And it's just comes right out. Maybe comes right out there like that, and then this cap just turns here. What I've been doing is just disconnecting the headlight itself, pulling that out, because the person who wants these doesn't really need the lights themselves, just the assemblies. So I'll take those out there. I'll just remove this one here, and remove this one here, and then there's just a little clip here that's attached. And yeah, looks like I broke that one, but that's not a big deal. Just a little clip here. You can see this is actually what broke off right there. Alright guys, so that was removing the headlight assemblies. Sorry, I'm still new to this whole vlogging thing, so it's going to be all trial and error from here on out. Like I said, I just got this new tripod, don't really know how to work it. Just learning everything. Camera's new to me too. This whole thing is new. I'm hoping to possibly make a career out of this. Your guys' support would definitely help that out. So I think I'm going to try to remove the front bumper. I've never done this before. It looks pretty straightforward. A couple bolts, a couple clips. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that completely removed so I can get that shipped out and make some more money off of this car. I'm probably going to remove the ECM, maybe some interior trim pieces, just some of the nice stuff that's on the car that I could sell. Like I said, this car is in pretty decent shape. I did get it for rather cheap, 150 bucks for the whole car. Little backstory, I kind of have a bad habit of buying broke down Subarus. In the last year, I've bought 4 Subarus, all broken down. First one I got was a '01 Forester, blown engine, had rod bearings that were knocking. Bought that one for $276 is what I paid for that one. That was the price of the tow bill to get it to the shop I work at. So I bought that car. Like I said, it needed a engine. So I went and bought a junkyard engine for $1,000. Put it in there in my garage. Or actually my driveway. Don't really have a garage, as you guys can tell. Put it in my driveway. It took me all about 8 hours maybe to remove the old one, put the new one in. The junkyard motor, I drove it around for 3-4 months. It was leaking head gaskets really bad. Don't know why I didn't put head gaskets in it before I put it in the Forester, but I just wanted to get the Forester running so I could drive to and from work. Then I bought a 2001 Impreza Outback Sport, again from my work. The lady traded in at the dealership I work at because the head gaskets were blown on that one as well. I bought it for $675. I actually took the motor out of the Forester, the '01 Forester I had, put it in the Impreza. Again, didn't do head gaskets on it. They were leaking like a sieve. Not sure why I didn't do head gaskets again on it, but anyway, I drove that Impreza around for quite a bit. Changed the oil in it one day, and there was metal in the oil. It looked like the bearings were starting to go out. In hindsight, it's a good thing I didn't do head gaskets on it, because I would have thrown good money away on a car that probably wasn't worth it. Then I took the motor out of that one and took the motor out of this '01 Outback that I'm sitting on right here. Took this motor out, did head gaskets on that one, put it in the Impreza, probably put 600 miles on it, sold it on Craigslist to a guy that lives, I don't know, 3 hours from here maybe. And he showed up. I was asking $4,500 for it. He bought it for $4,000, so I made quite a bit of money on that car. Sold it for $4,000, and then I just a couple months ago picked up an '08 Outback, or no, '08 Forester. That one also has a blown motor. Bought that one for $360. Looks like there's an airplane flying over. You guys can hear that. I live right by the airport, so there's traffic flying over all the time. So hopefully I'll be able to make some videos without airplanes in them, but anyway, we'll see. I mean, I actually live right by the train tracks too, so there's a train that comes through every once in a while. But yeah, I have a bad habit of buying wrecked Subarus. My wife isn't too keen on me buying wrecked Subarus, but so far I've made money on every one I bought. Oh, the '01 Forester, I forgot to mention. After I pulled the engine out of that, I took it to the scrap yard and scrapped it. They gave me like $96 for it, but I got my money out of it. I drove it around, didn't do anything to it, so just put the junkyard motor in it. I still have that junkyard motor. It's sitting on an engine stand. All right, guys. So it looks like my camera actually overheated, so I had to stop for a little bit. Like I was saying, I got this engine that I pulled out of my '01 Forester. Bought it at a junkyard for $1,000. So my plan is to go through that engine, rebuild it, put new bearings, possibly crankshaft in it, and then head gaskets, just reseal the engine all the way. And I'll either put that in my '08 Forester, or I will keep it for some other. Sure, I'll buy another Outback or another Subaru that needs an engine. It's always good to have a spare engine, apparently, with Subarus. Or I will get a long block, brand new long block. I can get one from a company called Jasper for pretty affordable, brand new, comes with 100,000 mile warranty on it, and I'll put that in the Forester, possibly. So those are my plans with the Subarus for now. Sorry to waffle around and seem like I'm rambling a lot, but again, like I said, this is my first vlog, so I'm kind of new to the whole scene, trying to figure everything out. I'm sure I'm probably talking way too much, and I just watched some of my other content that I have, and it seems like I say a lot. So I'll try to work on that. Do you have any suggestions or tips or anything? Go ahead and leave them in the comments. Plan on uploading this to YouTube, start my own YouTube channel. Need to figure out how to edit all this first, so it's going to be quite a bit of process. You can tell it's quite noisy around here. My dog's barking in the background. People are yelling. Not sure what's going on, but we'll get right back to pulling this front bumper off, and we'll see that. So ran into a little bit of an issue here. Pretty typical, actually. Being the reason why I didn't plan on selling this car, all the rust that's on it, all the bolts seem to be rusted as well. So the bolts that hold the bumper on are quite a bit rusted, so I'm not sure. Well, I know what I have to do, but I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to get in there to cut those bolts off. So there's a couple bolts up underneath the bumper in the inner fender. I'll show you, try to show you. So let's see, it's pretty dark in there. I don't know if you can see that, but that bolt right there, if you can see that, that bolt right up in there, yeah, the fuzzy one you can't see. Yeah, that one's rusted. Both sides. So both sides are pretty rusty. I'm gonna have to cut those bolts off. Just need to figure out how to get up in there and cut them out. Didn't figure the time that I have in labor and to cut out rusty bolts and the profit margin I'll make on this car. So that might be a little bit of an issue, but I'll figure it out. I'll get back to you once I figure out how to get in there and cut those bolts off. Well, guys, looks like I'm going to end the video here. Those bolts seemed to be a little bit more trouble than I anticipated, so looks like it was almost an absolute failure today. But it is the end of December. It's the 30th of December right now. I'm in Colorado. It's pretty chilly out here. It's about 20 degrees out, and like I said, I don't have a garage. I'm working outside, so I'm a little chilly. It's not too bad though. 20 degrees isn't too bad for Colorado this time of the year. It's actually 27 degrees right now. So this is probably where I'm going to end it. Now I just need to figure out how to edit all this and give you some good content that hopefully somebody is willing to watch. Like I said, I did just get a brand new camera. Had to go out and buy a tripod for it today. I got the Sony Alpha 5100 It's got a nice flip-up LCD screen that makes it pretty nice to video on. Hopefully I'll be able to make some good vlogs on it, give you some good content. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video right now. What I'll do before I wrap it is just give you a quick tour of the inside of the car so you can see how much value is still in the car. Like I said, I did buy it for $150. I've already made profit on it just on the tires alone. I'll make more profit on the headlight assemblies and the bumper if I can ever get the bumper off. Those rusted on bolts are going to be quite a pain to get off. So yeah, I'll just go over the interior of the car for you and show you some of the other parts and stuff I have off of it, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so like I said, car's in really decent shape. This is the seats. There's no tears, anything in the seats. They're nice cloth. It's a little dirty in here. Interior's in great condition. Still got the factory radio. Has all the factory control assemblies. Clusters in decent shape. Good money for that. Even the driver's seat has no tears or anything on it. Like I said, it's a little dirty, but it has been sitting for a while. The back of the car, whole bunch of parts. Engine undercover, intakes back there. This is a box full of bolts and timing belt tensioner, random stuff that you get. Random stuff you get when you have 4 junk Subarus that you're parting out. It is missing the tail light assemblies. I actually gave those to somebody. This piece is pretty sought after. They always crack and get water in them. This is in perfect shape, so this Subaru P0 sell pretty good. Probably ask $100 for that. So the tail light assemblies are gone. All the body panels are in pretty decent shape on this car. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of extra parts. Coolant crossover tube, intake, alternator. That alternator is probably worth some money. The jack I'm sure I could sell. All in all, airbox. There's an airbox back there. All in all, everything's in pretty decent shape. Other than the rust, I think should be pretty straightforward to get all this stuff apart. The interior is pretty much what I'm going to part out. All the driveline stuff underneath is probably going to be the same as those 2 bolts. The only 2 bolts I've actually tried to remove that were under the vehicle. So that doesn't bode well for my future of parting out this car. So I think all the drivetrain, suspension, stuff like that is all going to get scrapped when I cut the car in half. Like I said, I'm going to try to cut it in half. I'll probably try to cut it, say, right around here. Maybe I want to keep these roof rails for my camper trailer. Probably cut it here. Might have to take off the door, cut it down here. Just completely cut it in half. Probably going to build a subframe for it. Build a little camper trailer out of it. Put a kitchen in the back. Go overlanding with it. Have a rooftop tent on it. That's my goal for this vehicle, is to sell as much parts off of it as I can. Save up, buy a rooftop tent with all the money I make off this car. Buy a rooftop tent. I'll probably use the rooftop tent in my truck for a while. Maybe post some videos of that and stuff once I get everything going. But yeah, that's the goal. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of this content that I gave you. I am new to this and new to the camera too. Looks like low light kind of isn't great. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Have any comments, suggestions, put it in the comment. And I want to make this a good channel and try to give you some good content. So there's more coming up. Mostly going to be automotive related stuff. Yeah, so I will see you on the flip side.